Hey guys, I'm just gonna stream some report writing here. I'm not even gonna narrate it all that much, just to see if it's helpful. It may not be. I've Most of this I did on the mobile app, and so now I'm just doing my sort of cleanup. If I show all media, you're gonna see all the pictures that I took, and a lot of these went straight into the report as I was working on the mobile app and doing the inspection. These disappear, these are mostly things that I am now working. Now I'm going to sort of clean up and get the rest of the stuff. So this is kind of just showing the cleanup part of an inspection. It's like Mike's messaging me. Anyway, so that's what we're doing here. These I actually just pulled in myself, so there was quite a bit of just little spot rot repairs, so I actually used localized rot repairs. I just checked that box. Repair, replace all damaged trim. In this case, it was mostly the trim, but there was a little bit of siding, so I'm going to change this to exterior trim and siding, or siding and trim. And I've gone through and I've just opened these and captioned these pictures. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to put my cursor here and hit this little magic button, and that makes a list. So basically I'm saying here's examples of what I found, and I'm being specific about the spots. We also found localized caulking needed, so again I had that all pre-built here. Localized caulking, put a few of these in, here on window frames and some exposed trim, the west side prow of this building. Localized paint failure, got some of that stuff. So anyway, we'll keep going with some things here. The GFCI that wouldn't reset. We'll go into the electric distribution. I got a bunch of these all set up, so would not reset. Just check that box. Multiple or one. It's just one. So I've got this. I labeled this with the mobile app, so I'm actually just going to hit this button. I can now make that a little more detailed, right? GFCI receptacle did not respond to normal testing. GFCI deck would not reset. So now pretty clear what's going on. I think this one was wired in series. A little more detail for him there. So it's just a general picture of some funky siding. Here, this was a gutter leaking. So we've got some gutter tune-up stuff, so we can go to gutters and downspouts, common observations, tune-up repairs. Okay, let's see, this was the disconnect for the spa. So here's a picture of an old spa that wasn't really working. So let's see, spa dead and remove is what I want. Let's bring this in. So I'm adding some nice detail here. This is just stuff that I know my clients wanted to replace the spa, so I'm trying to give them a little info about the wiring setup that was there. I'm recommending removal. pretty done with that one. Some of these pictures are just sort of reminders for me. Pretty much anytime I see catch basins or drain, surface drains around undergrounds, I have a little monitor. That's monitor drain pipe. Let's see, monitor catch basins. Just drag that in. See, driveway is often where you see them, so you can see this is right in the driveway. Little note for monitoring maintenance stuff. Here's a picture of a lost seal. If we go to the interior, there was a number of lost seals. I think I reported on some of them. Yeah, these ones I reported during the app. I'll caption this one. Oop, no, that wasn't here. There's another lost seal. That kind of covers those. Look for any other lost seal pictures. This one was egress. Here's another lost seal. And that one I pre-captioned just on the mobile app. Mobile app's really convenient for just getting a lot of your captions done. So you got the directions and stuff. Again, I might use my little button here and just show a little list of where I noted lost seals. Yeah, so now we're getting a little specificity there. Just kind of clean that up. So I feel like I'm done with my lost seal comments. Let's see, deck. This was actually it was about a 20-year-old deck that was surprisingly well built. Most decks, I mean, you guys all know it's just endless problems with decks. So permit. Use a keyword search. This building has a newer deck. Disclose permits. Inquire with the seller about permits. Well, it wasn't really a newer deck, so I might make some. I kind of figured I'd want to. This is why I didn't use the mobile app. I just figured that I didn't really have a comment for this deck. So this building has an older. Sorry, I type so badly it really slows me up. Wish I'd not skipped typing classes in high school. There's a couple things that aren't really great about the deck, and we'll probably make a few notes here. So this is, totally beyond the scope. It's interesting. According to the DACA, you're not really supposed to do these braces like this. I don't know. This is an unusual deck. The way it was kind of a prow where it was sticking out, following the prow of the house. I'm just going to kind of leave that alone. Just making a few comments here. You can see we had a metal flashing. This one, I think they were actually missing some bolts, and this was a different deck, so we'll pull that one out. And you can see we could use a better footing system. Here we have flashing, so I did have some deck comments. Like they built these like crazy lights into the deck, and it's really thick glass, and they used angle iron. That was a pretty neat design. I think I have another picture of it from underneath. Maybe I didn't grab one. Thought I had a couple other pictures. pictures there. So, kind of asking about permits, I might note cool. So yeah, I just added a few. It's kind of like ask about permits. This one we don't really have a good footing, so let's check out my footing comments. Precast piers at grade. In this case, it's even worse. Precast piers bearing onto flatwork. It's probably more accurate. I'm just going to list this as a monitor item. They're not going to tear it all apart and redo it. I've told them how deep footings ought to be. Just don't think it's really worth fixing. Business decision. These guys were fixing lots of stuff on this house, and they had other fish to fry, in my opinion. So I'm just not really worrying about that right now. Let's see. We had another monitoring area. So let's see if this comes up. Wood on wood contact. So the softwood decking, and so it's not softwood; it's plastic. It'd be nice if I had a deck. Let's build one here. Text replacement. And this is one of the subtle things that adds time to doing a scribeware report. Any report. If you're going to bother to be specific, it just takes time. So the text replacement's a great way to be specific. I mean, you could do what lots of systems do and check a box that say one or more areas of siding was in contact with the decking, hire a qualified contractor to further evaluate and repair, and just call it good and be done with it. I don't know. I prefer being more specific, but these are business decisions. So I've got a little drop down for my decking, which is better. I'm going to update the library, and now that little asterisk goes away. And I'm going to call this a monitoring item, and it's part of a pest inspection. Siding and trim in places. This was at the north side, which where I am is in the lee of the weather, so it's doing okay. No water damage was visible at the time of inspection. Yeah, it's not going to be very easy to fix there, so we're okay with that. This was the deck. I wanted to put this one up here. This was nice, bolted and flashed. We could make one other note about decks. Let's call lateral. Lateral load ties, none noted older deck, so total improvement item. They're required today. I often make a note of it. There's a lot of decking here, so I'm making a note for them. Okay, what else we got? This is just a picture for me to remember that there's retaining wall here, and I'm pretty sure let's go check out my retaining wall. stone. There was an area where there was no fall protection for the retaining wall. I already got that right in the app. I'm just going to get rid of this picture. Hide media. This is a picture of just some rotted wood, so a conducive condition. So we'll go under grounds. Keyword search for conducive. Wood debris on ground near house, conducive condition. That's what I wanted. It's already a pest inspection. Now I got a specific location. Let's see, what else do we have here? Looks like this is the hot gutter. This is inside the garage. They forgot to do, it's not locked off. I think I already have a comment for that. You can see I got a lot of my service equipment filled in. There were some whites that were not identified. I used a note, sort of about modern GFCI, surge protection. Let's see what I have for hot gutter. Not in the basement, it's in the garage. Let's build another text replacement. Boom, save that. It's in the garage. Now you can resequence this because this is a repair. I want it to be above some of these other ones, so I'm just dragging that up. I like that a little better. I might just caption this. So what else do we have here? Some trickier things. Oh, the Kitsap garage door, that's an easier one. Notice how I avoid the tricky ones. I sort of do those at the end. I try to get most of it done and then take a break, and then I think about all the weird stuff of like, all right, what the heck am I going to say about this? So under automatic openers, they were present, service sticker noted, and I can just drag that picture in there. Garage occupant door was a solid wood door. They needed to adjust the sensitivity of the door. I already did that on the mobile app, so a little cleanup there. I think this was a picture of uninsulated pipe in the garage. So we'll go under plumbing. I think I already reported on this. Distribution pipe. Yeah, so I got this on the mobile. I'll drag one more picture in. Sort of redundant, but let's see. Main water shutoff, and it's old. This picture of the main water shutoff in the garage. So main water shutoff location noted, but I'm actually going to erase this because just type in old. Main water shutoff old. Main water shutoff old and unreliable. I might call this an improvement item. An old main water shutoff was noted in this home. A little better. Suggesting updating with a ball valve, so nice improvement item. On the exterior, we still have a few more problem children. Oh, this is another roofing thing, and I got a lot of the roof done already, but let's go look at this. It's actually the gutters clogged. So let's go under gutters, which is roof and chimney, gutters. And they're actually using a cap, guard. Gutter guard note, clean gutter guards. This one didn't have the filters in the downspout, so I'm just getting rid of that. Okay, this is just sort of an elevation picture. I might just ditch it. There's nothing really there. It was kind of some unusual plywood siding. I thought it was kind of cool. 1980 product. Let's see. And this was obviously no flashing in a single wall system. So we could talk about that. Let's go under exteriors. We got my rot repairs already noted. Some localized caulking, localized paint failure. I call this a cap over. I can use my keyword search. Cap over, single wall system, right? That's what we're dealing with. Plywood siding, monitor. Make it part of a pest inspection. Drag this sucker in. We could put a little circle here to kind of show the area we're dealing with. And let's give them a little illustration. We'll go under my exterior illustrations. What's this a picture of? Plastic decking. I'm just going to get rid of this one. It was just a note to myself to remember that there was plastic decking. We can go under roof. What do I have here? There was a presidential grade shingle, plastic roofing, and there was some roofing. And there was some roll roofing. This house, and I've already made some notes of this, there was like 4 different ages of roof here, and it needed some tune-up repairs, so I've already kind of noted that. There's my roof comment. Let's see. So we got older appliances here with weird stuff going on. So let's go under kitchen now. We're heading inside. And I'm just gonna say appliances disclaimer. I really want that. Let's see. That's what I was looking for. I really wanted this one in this section, so let's move it up. I think this was just an old carryover that I had in a different section, so we're going to copy it. We'll get rid of it. Bring it in here. We're going to paste it. The appliance in this kitchen is generally old. They're in working order at time of inspection, but failure and breakdown should be expected, blah, blah, blah. So we will edit this in library. And add as a new entry. Now we'll get a bunch of pictures. All right. So listing it as a repair item, I don't know. Maybe, let's see, there was no air gap for the dishwasher. Get rid of a few of these diagrams. I don't think I got a good picture of that. So we'll just have the illustrations there. Thanks, Charlie, for those. Okay, there's some water stains inside around the chimney. I kind of want to get this one. So we'll go to interior. Now I've already made a comment about popcorn sealing. Forgot my. Right, so we're already on that. So let's use the keyword search again. Water stain. Dry, inquire with seller, or disclose. So on the ceiling, not in the kitchen, this was in the living room. These stains were tested with moisture meter inspection and were dry. Inquire with the seller. I'm going to leave this as a repair item because they could paint. Alright, we got that. I thought I had one other picture, but maybe that's the only one I have. What else do we have? This is a picture of that those old corrugated supply connectors. I don't trust those. So we'll go under plumbing, under distribution pipe. I'm going to use the keyword search. Corrugated supply connectors. I'm listing as an improvement item. Put that up here. There's another picture. This, I believe, was the reset button for that GFI that we did. That was wired in series. All right. What else do we have? And that's something I might look up here. It's just I can't remember off the top of my head. That's why I need software. I'm not smart enough to remember all these damn things. It'd be weird today. You'd pretty much just see the kitchen countertop circuit dedicated to kitchen countertop circuit appliances. This was 1980. It was tripping things on the outside. I don't love that. I might just look that up afterward. We'll put that on my list of stuff to do here. Let's see. This was just kind of a cool picture of the chimney. I don't know. I might throw it in. I've got in my interior. If we go up to the very top, I can just add an observation. General picture, the interior. It's just for fun. Okay, let's do the Wesco. They had one of these old. There was a little bit of settlement here. Moderate. I'll write a comment on that here in a little bit. We could do it now. It was down in the basement. Where's the people's feet? There it is. Settlement. I'm seeing what comments I have here. So comment, observations, settlement. If there's anything I like here. Floors are not level. Here are your options. Floors are not level. New finishes. Severe additional inspection by masonry chimney. Additional inspection. I think this one's going to get me close. So the floors in the house are not level. See west side main floor. No signs of cracking or recent movement were notes. That's wrong. Were noted. But it's difficult to get a sense of the history of movement here or predict future movement. Inquire with the seller for more information, and monitor option includes seek additional. So call us a due diligence item. Seek additional opinions from structural engineer, qualified contractor. Monitor movement to see if any additional repairs are needed. I kind of like that. So we'll drag this picture in, and I think I forgot to get a picture of the upstairs. I got one other water stain picture here. So water stain, dry. So we'll bring this one in, and it looks like I captioned this wrong. Where water stains, basement, ceiling, kitchen. So I just ganged two things together, that's kind of nice. We could even make these jump out a little bit, bold and italic up there. Inquire with the seller for any history of prior leakage. Cool. What else do we have here? Kitchen sink. So they had a separate kitchen in the basement. So let's go under kitchen. And what do I got? I got the main floor kitchen. Everything was pretty good, but missing air gap, old appliances. I could do update. Yeah, I've already used that, so we're good there. So let's go. What I need is another kitchen chapter, right? Because there's a second kitchen here. So kitchen. Copy chapter and do basement kitchen. Let's see, general photo, add observation. Boom. There's my general photo. Sink and faucet tested, corrugated pipe. Boom, boom. That one. This one, yeah, it kind of had older appliances too. Plastic laminate. It had wood and wood laminate cabinets. It had a fan venting out, which is surprising for basement. Had a refrigerator. Had a dishwasher. Electric range. No disposer. And I might gang these old appliances. I might gang them up here. In the kitchen are generally old. So we'll grab these and drag them over. Basement range actually had an anti-tip installed, if you can believe that. Cool. So just kind of ganged the old stuff for the bathrooms together. This was the washer dryer. They had the water shut off at the time of inspection. So let's go under laundry. Recommending a moisture alarm. I tried to test it. Not tested. Let's see. Shut off. Where do I have it? Let's use the keyword search. Boom. I need to label this one. Edit in library. I got a label. Update library. We don't want the media. I want that picture coming along. So Cool. So recommending they restore water to it. I already got the plastic dryer vent, and the dryer the damper was missing at the exterior vent there. Okay. All right. So I started this at 8 o'clock. This was a $700 job for me. I spent 3 hours on site with the mobile app, and I'm now into it for an hour at home, or 54 minutes to be precise, while also talking instead of recording this. So I'm going to take a little break, and then we'll come back and kind of clean up the rest of it and get it finished up. Hey guys, we'll keep going here. Let's see, had a nice little break, got some coffee, so let's keep going. Let's see, there was a couple different fireplaces here, so we could go over that. We'll go into heating, fireplaces. I think I filled some of this out, that there was a masonry firebox. Sometimes what I do is just put these under my recommendation to have the flues cleaned and inspected. So where's that? Under chimneys here, and so we'll grab these pictures and put them in, and I think I've got one upstairs. Here it is. And then I'm going to caption this one. Firebox, Boeing. So I just sort of been including a few captions with my general recommendation to clean and inspect the flue. I'm pretty sure that's right. Maybe 1R. Yeah, look that one up real quick. Hey guys, so I looked up arresters, and it is with 2 R's, so I'm going to add that to the dictionary. So you can see I'm really just kind of grabbing, or just putting detail to a general statement. I mean, all I'm saying is clean and inspect the flues. There's a little damage to that firebox. We'll save that. Let's see. I think I'm pretty happy with that. What else do we have here? Getting the trickier things. The basement, I have it under guest, but this was the lower bathroom, basement bath. And what do we got? The shower head was all kind of scabbed together, and it's funny, I don't really have a comment for this, but so I got a video here.
Trying to run the, or test the smoke alarm here in the hallway upstairs, but it's not responding.
Yeah, that one was inoperative. So I think I got most of my smoke alarms filled in on the mobile app. There were no CO alarms, I know, so I have that as a repair item. These are the original alarms. So let's do, there was another that just that some of the smokies were inoperative. Missing batteries. Now we got that little video in. We're recommending a general updating that they're old smoke alarms. Some of them were working, some of them weren't. And I've got some good comments of just how all the different rules and stuff around smoke alarms. These are all just built right in. We could check a few of these boxes. There were none noted for CO alarms, so I'm not going to check any of them. And they only had them on the outside, not in the bedrooms. So we could also include none in bedrooms as a repair item. So we could resequence these a bit. We could move carbon monoxide up, move this up, that some were inoperative, and that there were none in bedrooms. So kind of resequence that. I think we've improved the smoke alarms. So yeah, we got a little sequence of let's go to our Wesco. These are old piece of junk electric furnaces here. So Wesco brand furnaces, we made in Oregon. I'm going to call this a major concern. Let's see, I'm going to edit this comment. So now I've put some kind of specific details to this comment. You can see it kind of took a while, but I'm trying to be specific here. I'm taking a minute to just show you what's going on, but I was not getting any amperage on the upper elements, and I was getting 20 amps here on the lower elements. So I don't trust myself on these. I don't consider myself an HVAC contractor. I don't know whether they're still waiting to come on, but my rule of thumb is to try to have it on for at least 10 minutes or so, and then put an amp meter on them, a little clamp meter. And then you can, I don't know if you can hear this, but she's what a racket, you know. So I put a little video clip in. So anyway, I'm kind of fussing about it. It's the original furnace. It's kind of a piece of junk. So anyway, I think we got that one covered. Let's see. What else do we have here? Under heating mechanical ventilation, bath fans, ducted exterior and ductwork not visible, uninsulated in attic. That's what I was looking for, and here's the picture. So now we got that in there. Let's see. There are no gas fireplaces. There weren't really additional heat sources. We've got a just general note about the solid fuel appliances. Let's go under attic. There was a pretty nice bright color to the wood, so I wasn't seeing condensation signs. We'll just drag that picture in. It's the original cellulose insulation, probably R20, so we'll make a note of adding more insulation. Let's see. Attic exhaust vents. Here we go. This description: power ventilator, and I did this on the mobile app. It's already in there. I'll just drag these pictures. And attic has a power fan installed for attic ventilation. Sort of noting how these are not my favorite and how we can get negative air pressures. Got this awesome diagram from Charlie in here. Let's see, attic, we got the wiring right next to the attic access, so we'll go under electrical, branch wiring. I'm just going to type in the word attic. Exposed at the attic access. I wish I could rotate my little, that would be awesome. Alright. Getting pretty close. Window egress, so we'll go to interior. Basement. Escape and rescue older openings. Some of the bedrooms in this see basement. Listing it as an improvement item, 1980, gray area, maybe repair. Wish I had Charlie's little cheat sheet for dating these things. That would give me a technical answer whether it's a repair or improvement. But you know, I've got a whole sort of list of explaining what proper escape and rescue is. Technically it's off the floor, really, better word. Alright, there we go. Testing procedures in basements. So we go to structure and basement. I've already got a lot of this filled in. So basement configuration. Yeah, I already have this. I could get rid of that picture. I did this all in my mobile app, but I really like to make a note that, you know, I was testing the basement for moisture and didn't find any. Just trying to let people know what I'm doing for them. Let's see, these are kind of interesting. There's 3 pictures here. We're going to make some notes about that. What is this a picture of? Oh, they did some new framing. That's actually part of this whole little, these 4 pictures are all going to go together here. Let's see, basement bathroom. And this is just a custom thing. I don't know how else to do it. It's a little monitoring note, right? This wasn't leaking when I was testing it, but you can tell it had been leaking before. I don't know. Do you guys report on stuff like this? Maybe that's inadequate. Maybe it's over the top. I don't know. You just sort of do what you do. So here's no GFI protection. So I already have my comment under electrical that I really love my comment on this, that it's inconsistent with modern standards for safety. You know, it was garage, kitchen, laundry. So we'll come in here, see. There we go. So now I've got specific locations, got some awesome diagrams in here. One of, let's see, what else do we have? Stains around the toilet. This was in the basement kitchen, or basement bathroom, excuse me. All right, hopefully you guys can read this. I'm not going to speak it all out here. This was wood just sitting in the fireplace. I don't need that picture. Okay, these 4 pictures here are kind of funny, so we're going to go under structure and under framing, permit. Structural modifications were noted. Boom, 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 boom. So hopefully you can read that, but kind of a nice comment. I also noted some newer framing in the attic east side. So I want to know about permits, you know. Don't know whether this stuff's engineered or permitted. Looks a little ramshackle. Didn't really see anything wrong with it, but okay, so let's see, we're moving to stairs and railings. Here's a picture of a graspable handrail mounted right to the wall. So let's look up my handrail comments. Missing, too low, incomplete, loose. 1.5 inches needed. Boom. So kind of done with that one. Cover plate missing, electrical. Cover. I'm just going to leave that kind of general. I might put a specific thing here. There we go. Let's see. We got another funny thing here, that there was this hole in the wall. This was by an exterior hose bib. List that as a due diligence item. How do you guys, you could chime in here, but how do you, I don't know. I like to report on just sort of weird little access points and stuff, and it's hard for me to have all that built into boilerplate. I try to have a lot of it, but I don't know. These are things that add some time to report writing. So we're down to two little problem children. I had this weird, there was a very strange connection at the laundry that I don't like. It's got an air admittance valve on one side in the garage, and then in the basement side they've got these hose clamps, and it's just strange. I don't know what to say about it because I can't really see it. So let's see what I have. Let's just type in waste and see what comes up. Standpipe too short, too tall. Nothing I like there. All right, let's bring these in. Got a little sloppy there at the end. You can see I kind of a fast typer, but I'm horribly inaccurate. Repaired, licensed plumbing contractor. So I don't know, tricky one. I just can't see much. The angle, the air admittance valve shouldn't be on its side. This is just weird. Might work fine, but I just don't trust what's going on here. So recommend additional inspection. Maybe I'll call it a due diligence item. Nah, I'm going to call it a repair. Whoops. Because this thing shouldn't be on its side and it just looks funky. So we just got one last stain here. We'll go to the interior. Let's put the water stain at the top. Staining the main bedroom. Window. Move this up a little bit. So, put it down below that other one. There we go. Drag the picture in. So you can see, basically done here. I've used all my images. I think, I'm probably into this, including like chatting with you guys, making the video for hour and a half, something like that. So I was on site for 3 hours, spent an hour and a half on the report. Still have a few little things to touch up with an overview and stuff, but basically done here. $700 inspection. It was paid. I got a check. So I don't know. A lot of this is business model. I hope this video helps. You can kind of just see what I do. I certainly have no illusions that this is the correct way to do it. It's the way I do reports, and it works for me. I have tons of business and I charge a lot more than most people, and I think my liability is a lot lower because I just write a much better report. These are not checkbox reports. I'm sure I could do better with my reports. I do try to kind of run a business here, and I've got a lot of people calling for inspections, so I have to be able to pound them out in a reasonable amount of time. This was kind of a hard house. I mean, not a hard house, but there was just a lot of, it was 1980. It was probably a 3,000 square foot house. Maybe not quite that, 2,800 or something, but older house, a lot of stuff to talk about. Maybe what I'll do is just publish the report, and then you guys can see that. All right, so I hit the publish button here. When you hit that, I can send it right to people, but I'm going to publish without sending. The other thing you can do is hit the preview button, and the videos won't show. Other than that, it shows you exactly what a finished report looks like. Right now, all of the data I put together is talking to the cloud and getting published and dumped into a nice looking HTML report. This is showing the progress. This progress is not always super accurate, but you can see it's getting close here, and when it's done, it will give me this link. I can click on these books to copy that link, or I can click on this guy to open the report. Let's bring this report over here so you can see it. This is kind of what the report looks like. This is my overview statement. You can see we've got a couple major concerns here. All the repair items. So this is a report that took an hour and a half, and looks like 40 repair items, recommended maintenance, major concerns, and I might spend a little time just kind of reviewing this before I send it out, so it does add a little more time. Again, this is all you can see the videos are still processing. They can take a little time to upload. But I think this is not a checkbox report, and I think it's pretty darn specific. Trying to blend that find that balance point of being able to make a living doing these. I mean, I can do, but 6 to 10 a week is sort of 10's a lot for me now. I don't like doing that many, but it's hard. You try to look after your clients and people. I think you could certainly modify the template slightly and report on a few less things, be a little bit less specific, and you just save more time. But I'd like to think that this is really an above industry standard report. I mean, frankly, where I work, I know it is. It generates so much work for me. I probably turn away as much work as I do, and a lot of it, frankly, is just people seeing my reports. They they get around and people get them and they see it and they want to hire you, and that's how I grew my business. And I'm struggling with trying to figure out how much work I can possibly handle and trying to keep the quality up. A really great friend of mine who's a great real estate agent said, I saw him once and he was super busy, and I was like, how you doing, man? And he goes, well, I'm just trying not to make a mistake. I'm so busy. And I think as home inspectors, we try to build our business to the point where we're that busy, and then you have a hard problem, and that's that you're so busy that you know that if you take on too much work, you make mistakes. You go in a hurry, you forget things, you forget to put stuff in a report, and I think that's a balancing act that we all have to deal with a little bit. Oh, look, I forgot to put my thermal images in, so go back and do that real quick. Here, I'll show you that. All right, so we're back in the report here. This is our mobile media, so I've used all my pictures. Let's open this guy and we'll try to find a folder here. And I've got a memory card in here. Fluke, it's my thermal imager. A bunch of these are old pictures. We'll go to the bottom here. So these are some of the thermal images. So let's go to heating and distribution. Thermal images. See, I made a note and I forgot to put these in. So note that and then here's the dryer on. Go to here. Kind of a long report, right? A lot of stuff to talk about. So I've got a little box. Thermal image showed the dryer working. Pull that guy in. The oven was working. Let's see, kitchen upstairs. Might just dump it into this. Boy, it'd be a lot faster if I were a better typer, huh? Let's see. Oh, look, these two are also done. And let's flip this image around. Okay, we'll flip this one around. It's taking a little longer because I'm doing the video at the same time. I think my computer's bogging down a little bit. All right, now we got water heater image. I think the water temperature was a little low, 113. So let's go under water temperature. Too low. And I can use this guy here. 113. There we go. All right. And we can go into the interior. And I have a a little thermal imaging note right there. This just shows how I used infrared today. These are from other houses. So cool, got my thermal images put in. So now I can go and just publish again. If you're using Scribeware and you're paying per report, as long as you don't change the client and the property address, you can publish it multiple times, so you can update the report. And it uses the same link, but now when we open it up, we should see some thermal images and stuff in there, and we could double check. We could go to the report, go to plumbing, and there they are. So cool, guys. I hope, it's kind of a long video here, but I hope this is helpful, just watching at least how I do a report. I'd love your feedback. I mean, there's really, it's Scribeware, the whole purpose of it is not that there's one way to do this. There's just millions of ways. Our business model, our whole sort of reason is to try to start with a report that is above industry standard, that's just an awesome report, and work our way back and create speed. And I think, we still have a little bit of work to do. We've got to go back and tweak the mobile app, and I think right there I probably could have saved at least 10 or 15 minutes on this report. And there's a few desktop things we could do. I think we'll be able to keep honing. I mean, my goal would be able to do a report like this in an hour. But boy, you're talking like a big house. It's from 1980 with a lot of stuff to comment on. I think it's a much better than average report. And I think still, even while making a video, I probably only spent an hour and a half on it, maybe a little bit more than that. But to me, not too bad, and a pretty efficient. I don't feel like I'm ever fighting the software. I feel like it's helping me communicate clearly with my clients, and I could have spent more time on it. I mean, you could definitely criticize some of my report writing here for not being specific enough, and I did spend a little bit of time looking up a few things. I'm pretty sure that electrical, having the exterior circuits on the same as the bathroom, is wrong. So I actually went in and tweaked that. I forgot to put the video on that. But anyway, I hope this helps, guys. If you're still watching, you're brave. Thanks. Have a good one. Cheers.